The women's hockey team returns home to host Bemidji State in a pair of games at Laban Arena this weekend. Friday's game starts at 7 p.m., while the puck drops on Saturday at 3 p.m. Head coach Mark Johnson is here. We'll have some opening comments and take questions.
Thanks, Brian. Certainly pleased with our effort in both our games, Friday afternoon and then coming back Saturday. Got a chance to play Megan Miller in our second game, and I think, from a confidence standpoint, she was smiling quite big after the game and certainly played well and shutting out St. Cloud. The challenges were a couple of things. One, the ice sheet up there is an Olympic-sized sheet. It's 100 feet wide, and it's a different game than when you see us play here at home and maybe some of the other rinks we play. So that was a challenge, but again, trying to score is always the difficult part of our game, and certainly Saturday we had chances and opportunities, and you give St. Cloud a lot of credit for blocking and keeping the puck out of the net for a lot of the game. But I thought the two games were different in the sense that Saturday's game was an opportunity where you're up 1-0 and it's late and they're pulling their goalie, and from a coaching and a teaching standpoint, I think we took a lot of things away from that game that certainly will help us as we go down the rest of the season. And then obviously with Bemidji coming in, as we saw last year with them, especially the second half of the season, very strong team, well coached, play with a lot of confidence, and certainly are off to a great start and ranked, I believe, 6th or 7th in the country at this time. So it'll be a good series, Friday and Saturday, and certainly will be the biggest test we've had up to this point in our season.
And I know that you said goal scoring would be a question, but defensively, did you have a feeling that your team could be as strong as it's shown so far this season?
Well, I think, we're pleased with it up to this point. Obviously, this summer and as we started the school year, you look at the pieces that we had coming back, and, it starts in the net, and obviously we're very strong with the experience and the way Ann's played for 2 years. And then you look at the core part of our defense, and you've got some pieces coming back that, one's a senior captain, a couple of junior defensemen that have played very well here. So, defensively and, keeping the puck out of our net, was certainly something that, we are going to be, going to be confident in, especially the other part of the season. Then you look at your schedule. Who are you playing early on and who are you playing in the middle of the season? So, all those things put together, puts ourselves in a pretty good position as far as the start of the season. But, in the next month, we'll get to know more about our team.
Having outscored your opponents 35-2 so far, you've been pleased with keeping your foot on the accelerator and keeping focus even in some games that got out of hand?
Yeah, I mean, that's the struggle, I think, as a player, if the game gets out of hand or if you beat somebody on a Friday or in the first game of the series, you come back, are you ready and focused for the second game of that series? And so that was a challenge for Saturday after playing pretty well Friday afternoon and, coming back and, keeping your foot on that gas pedal. And, my big theme with this team and the groups I've had in the past is, no matter who you're playing, where you're playing them at, you have to play well in order to win. And if we're going to become a good team, it's a process of every day you got to come to practice and you have to, give it your best and you have to practice hard. And then on the weekends, it's like a test. You go in, you get tested Friday and Saturday. Think about what happened Sunday, show some video Monday, and then start the process all over. And so from weekend to weekend, my theme is to try to get better. And we've gotten better in a lot of different areas, and so the process starts today, getting better at practice, and then Friday night getting tested against Bemidji, and hopefully playing better Friday night than we did this past Saturday. And if I think you do that over the period of the winter, by the end you end up becoming a pretty good hockey team.
Do you view Bemidji State as one of those up-and-coming programs right now?
Well, I think, their senior class, this is their 4th year. They're certainly not intimidated by anybody. They've had confidence. They've won a bunch of games, and certainly last year, beating Minnesota in our playoff, bodes well for you know, their program. And certainly Jim has done a great job. He's only been there a year, but, you know, he's injected some energy. They've got a beautiful rink, as you well know. And so this class that'll be seniors, I mean, they probably want to leave with something more special than they had last year. And so, you know, they're off to a good start. They're difficult to play against. They got a very good goaltender. And they've got kids that, you know, chip away and score goals, especially in a timely fashion. So that's the challenge, you know, is try to, you know, defend well and at the same time take advantage of your opportunities.
Anything else for Coach? All right. Perfect. Thanks, Mark.